Do y'all remember when I said 4 minutes is going to be a masterpiece?
4 minute is going to be a masterpiece.
Well, I'm still sticking by that. But today we are going to do a recap on episode 2 because there are a lot of juicy details that I want to get into. So stay tuned. What's going on, guys? My name is Jordie Seay, and I'm just a boy who loves boys love. Today we are recapping episode 2 of 4 minutes. We're gonna be focusing on 4 main points throughout this recap. Who did Kla kill? Who's Kla's brother? What is Dr. Tyme's connection to Chanin's business? And where is Dome? But before we start, make sure you comment down below your theories and thoughts about what's gonna happen in this series. I want to hear them. You guys gave some really good theories in the last video I did, and I want to hear more. What information do you guys have? Because some of y'all seem like FBI agents. I will be referencing some of the comments from my TikTok as well as my YouTube video for my first impressions on 4 minutes. Make sure you go and show these commenters some love. They took the time to type out their theories and their thoughts, and some of them are actually really good. But let's get into it. Who did Kla kill? As you may already know, in the beginning, the very first few seconds of 4 minutes episode 2, we see a hooded figure standing in front of a lighthouse. At first, it's kind of hard to tell who it is, but as we get closer, we start to see some similarities between Kla and the hooded figure. And then when he takes a cigarette out to smoke, everything lights up and we kind of get a good glimpse of his face. The question is, who is he killing? Why does he need to kill this person? And how did we get here? By far, one of the craziest theories that I've seen so far is Eden Noir 8's comment under one of my 4 minutes TikToks. I think Kla kills his brother's killer, and I think he may have been a twin. But to be honest, this is all guesswork. From what we've seen, Kla is a very sweet person on the surface. He knows what he wants. He's going for it actively, but it seems like he's not getting anywhere with it. So is what he's doing built out of frustration between him and Corn? Is there some family matter or some background story that we don't know about Kla that will come out in the next few episodes? I don't know. We don't get a lot of information about this character. We just know that he is Corn's. Now, let me get the terminology right, because in the last video I did on 4 minutes, I said that he was his side. It's giving very side energy, but it's more like a guilty pleasure for Corn. It seems like Corn doesn't really want to take it there with Kla. You can see that he loves Kla, but is he willing to put himself in an uncomfortable position in order to come out into the public with Kla as his significant other? Now, in Corn's defense, he is plagued with a lot of things right now. He's having to manage his father's, Chanin's, illegitimate business, got in trouble, someone hacked because he was being a little bit too ambitious, and now he's in trouble and he has to atone for his wrongdoings in ways that he probably does not want to do. There might be a little bit of weight on him, and maybe that's why he does not want to bring Kla into this type of situation. Completely understandable. But if we're looking at it from Kla's perspective, Kla is probably completely over this, or he is now, considering how Corn treated him when he called him in his time of need. Now, Corn had no idea. Obviously, Corn was frustrated. You can hear the frustration in his voice when he answers Kla's call. His brain is everywhere, but so is Kla's. Both characters are in their time of need, and we're not in the headspace to talk to each other. And unfortunately, they could not be there for one another in those situations. Kla losing his brother, Corn almost losing the business. Those are two very heavy things to deal with. So I understand why there was just no communication between the two, but we're gonna go back to Kla because we're going off on a tangent just a little bit. Now, back to the topic of Kla killing someone. What motive would he have? What are your theories? Who do you think Kla killed? Do you think it's somebody that we don't know yet, that hasn't been introduced? Do you think it's someone we've seen already? Do you think it's Kla's brother? And speaking of brother, that's our next point in this recap. Who is Kla's brother? Now, this episode confused the hell out of me. I thought I was trying to figure out his brother and had 5 different answers in my head throughout this entire episode. First, I thought it was Title or Tun. It's not him, obviously. Title showed up to beat great sass. Kelly commented under one of my 4 minutes related TikTok saying, my biggest question was who is Kla's brother? That's 100%. I thought I had missed something and rewatched both episodes, but nothing. So I have no idea. So many questions, but I love it so far. We don't know anything. So any theories that y'all come up with could honestly be canon. But after it was proven that Tidal wasn't Kla's brother, I thought, okay, wait. Dome was in the hospital. We never saw Dome leave the hospital. They were treating him for head injuries, but we never saw him leave. That one crocheter commented, I didn't think it was Dome because they showed him being rushed to the hospital, but then they showed the cops picking up the body from the field. Tidal should be no one's friend. He should be in jail. Agreed. That obviously makes a lot of sense. This comment makes a lot of sense. But as we know, this is a series that has time skips. We also see in the past, things may not be as they seem. We could, for all we know, catch these scenes out of order. The fact that Dome is nowhere to be found, or we don't see Dome anywhere, is kind of interesting to me, because usually in a piece of media, in a series, in a movie, if the character is okay, they will show us the character being okay. I thought it was very interesting that they never showed Dome leaving the hospital, and then they did not show Kla's brother in the body bag purposefully. We were so close to seeing it, and then they were like, cut. Kes Love commented he killed his own brother. That would be the tea of the century. That would honestly throw me into a spiral, because there would be so much that we would want to know about Kla. It would almost throw Kla into main character zone, because I feel that there would just be so much juice, so much substance to what his character could be if he did kill his brother, or even if he killed his brother's killer. My first question would be, where were you and how did you know that this person killed your brother? The next biggest question from this episode that has been circulating through my mind is, what is Tyme's connection with Chanin's business? Why were you exchanging information with the lady that we continuously see almost like she's out of place in this underground operation? What are your intentions? At first I was thinking, okay, maybe he is like working undercover, and then I started to think about his relationship, or what he's trying to make a relationship with Great. I genuinely think that Tyme likes Great, but I also think Tyme knows who Great is. I may be reaching. I feel like he knows. Carrie Paul said, theories. Dr. Tyme's family was affected by the gambling ring, and Kla's brother knew about the gambling scheme. That would literally connect everything. Just imagine Dr. Tyme's family having issues with that gambling ring, and it may shed some light about this mystery girl that Tyme was supposed to be in a relationship with. We don't know anything about her. We just know her name. And then the fact that Kla's brother may have known about this gambling ring and maybe was set to expose said gambling ring. Just a reminder, these are all theories. So honestly, this could go either way. Someone could be right, someone could be way wrong. We don't know. We don't know. But besides the fact that Tyme has absolutely zero riz, I think he has good information collecting skills, data collecting skills. His awkwardness almost makes you want to divulge the information that he just asked for. And it almost makes you want to trust him. There could be no one in the world that's this dense, right? Or this corny, right? Or maybe you could issue a restraining order. All options. But I think that Great, with his knowledge of what is to come, literally, between him and Tyme, he's already open to the idea of this man is probably going to have more of a impact on my life than I signed up for. So I might as well see what's gonna happen. And I think he actually wants what's gonna happen to happen. He's just kind of fighting with it in his mind, but we could see it in your face when you were looking at his lips and at his crotch area through the hole and the blanket. So, you know, there's that. Lastly, in this recap, where's Dome? where is Dome? We don't know where Dome is. Like I said previously in this video, usually when it comes to a series or a movie or anything you watch with a plot line, if a character gets into a traumatic experience, usually we're going to follow that character until it ends. They may take a break from it and come back, but they haven't. They just didn't tell us where he is. Now, he could randomly show up in episode 3. Then we'll have our answer. But as for now, we don't know where Dome is. And that places him in a lot of situations. That places him as possibly being Kla's brother. That places him as actually dying. There also is a theory in which I made up that we are still in one of Great's visions. We haven't yet come out of one. Yes, Great saw what he saw with Dome dying or getting his head smashed in by Tidal, but after that, I don't think we ever completely got out of that situation. And I feel that maybe we might get a little bit of backtrack in episode 3. Tell me what you think. But that's gonna be it, guys, for the recap of episode 2 of 4 Minutes, the series. I'm really enjoying the series because it's making me think. Any series that makes me think, that makes me want to do a first impressions and a recap video, and possibly a recap video for every episode. What more can I say? Comment down below your theories and your thoughts on episode 2 and even episode 1 and the story so far. Let me know what you think about each of the characters. Let's have a conversation in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next recap. Bye.